To light checkerboard lighting. The idea behind checkerboard lighting is the light creates a pattern in the scene that's highlight against shadow, highlight against shadow. And so I'm going to create this using 2 lights. I have set my main light, which is a 3-foot octabox, off to the side of the frame, and I'm going to create short light loop. So the shadow side of the face is going to be coming towards the camera. I'm going to have a loop shadow from her nose. Of course, I can change the position of the light or her head in order to make it Rembrandt or in order to make it Paramount. So just little tweaks I can change what the shot looks like. So what this first light, this octabox does, is going to give me a highlight on the right-hand side of the face. So can you rotate right there? So that's going to give me short light loop. And then my second strobe is going to be a background light. But I don't want to light the entire scene. What I want to do is I only want to light the background so it's lighter on the shadow side of the face. So on the left-hand side, the background's going to be lighter. So what it does is gives me highlight on the background against the shadow side of the face and the highlight of the face against the shadow side of the background. So in order to create this sharp shadow on the background, to cast this shadow, I'm going to use cinefoil. And I've attached the cinefoil and I can change the angle in order to block the light where I want it to be. So right now, the shadow is right down the middle of her head in the background, giving me that checkerboard lighting pattern. All right, so let's take a look at what the shot looks like, and then I'll build it so you have an idea of what you're looking for. All right, so I've got the short light loop on her face, and then I've got the illumination in the background. So let me turn off the background light so you can see where we start. Okay, so I've got short light loop on her face, but the shadow side of her head completely blends into the background. One thing you could do would be light her with a rim light to pop her out. You could completely light the background, but to add a little bit more interest, I'm going to add my light, and then I have my cinefoil on it. So if you notice, I can open up the cinefoil to light the entire background, or I can close it down to just have half of that scene behind her illuminated. All right. So this is my makeshift barn doors. Great. So for this setup, I have a soft light source, in this case an octabox, creating short loop light. And then I take my second strobe and I light the background, but I use a piece of cinefoil so that I can cast a shadow to give me that checkerboard lighting effect.